Hey everyone, welcome back to Roma and Victus. This is part 7, The Rise of Rome. The Punic Wars have been going on for about, let's see, it's been 24 turns, 10 turns, 5 years. A pretty long time, about 8 years now. So about 8-year Punic War. In the last part we lost the Lillybaem. We lost a fleet, and another fleet is recuperating. And I don't mind, Carthage is putting up a pretty good fight. I was hoping they'd put up more of a fight. Like, I wish I would see more stacks than just these couple here. I would be hoping they'd be like coming into Rome and Italy and Sardinia, and I'd have to be pushing them back, and we'd be kind of back and forth. I really like it when the AI puts up a really good fight. I like it when when I see some desperation and fear, and I have to like overcome the odds here. That's why I play the game on hard. I mean, if I just wanted to roll over an empire, I could have put it on easy, and we could have been halfway done with the game by now. But so hopefully they're going to start putting up more of a fight. Right now, I mean, as you can see, I only have 3 legions here. I have Legio 1, Legio 3, and Legio 2. So 3 out of 28 legions have been raised so far to deal with the Carthage problem, Carthage and Libya. Right now my plan is to take back Lillybaem, and I'm going to use it as a launch point to get Legio 3 into Carthage. Legio 3 and our fleet into Carthage. Hopefully we'll be able to lay siege to Carthage, maybe even take Carthage in this part. And then we will move on to Thapsus, and then we'll start heading up across the way here through Africa. Hoping that can happen this part. We don't know what happens. These guys are pretty ingenious, and they have been able to push me back before, even though one of the battles was kind of buggy and kind of led to that defeat. And of course I made a poor decision with the pathfinding. But we'll see what happens. So let's get into the thick of it. We're going to take our Carthage Legion, our legion specifically built to traditional Roman tactics, and it's been traditionally built to deal with the Carthage problem. So let's see how they fare. These guys aren't really that large, but this will be our first skirmish. And they're running!
Your next command?
That is going to be this will be our first skirmish. They're not going to run very far, but they're going to have some reinforcements. So 2,000 versus 1400, 1404. That's not an elephants. So we are elephants. So let's hope for the best here. Now the great thing about having equites now is I can use an actual traditional Roman tactic. Traditionally Romans fought in lines. So you had the first line, which was the Hastati, the second line of the Principes, and the third line of the Triarii. And what happens is the first line would engage while the equites would hit from the sides and the back, what was called a hammer and anvil tactic. This was made very famous and very popular by Alexander, and it's pretty much carried over through the classical world all the way up through the Roman Empire, all the way pretty much until even as far as into the Middle Ages. The hammer and anvil tactic is pretty much tried and true when you're dealing with cavalry. And it was what eventually led to the square and line formations that would eventually go into the United States and their Continental Army, into Britain and their army tactics. They always started to form these squares and these square battle formations that all came from the Roman Empire. So basically, how we set it up is you have your velites here. These are your skirmishers who are always the front line. They're the ones that are going to scout out and they can retreat back. Then you have your Hastati here. This is going to be our first line of engagement troops. We don't want to make them too thin because they'll lose their mass if they get charged into. We want them to hold. We're going to make a wide opening here to allow the velites to run back behind them, and they'll be secure here to attack. And that's when, and they'll be backed up by a rear line of the Principes. So they're going to be here to fight with the rear line of the Principes. Once the first line starts to waver, we move in the second line while the velites and the Hastati start to fall back, where they can recover behind the Principes. And that's technically how the Roman formation would work. Then the Triarii would form the third line here. And usually if you had archers, your archers would be right about here, because they have the longest range, so they can be here and to bolster the third line while the velites were here. And then your equites make your winged flanks
At your service.
right there, and your general was in the rear screaming and shouting. but he'll also be in the fight as well. But so this is basically your Roman formation. See, so when the Hastati have to pull back, the Principes are going to run in and back up the Hastati, while the Velites run from here back to here, and the archers run from here back to here, and the Triarii then move forward and make up the second line as the Hastati move all the way to the back to recover. Then, if they break the Principes, the Triarii would be your third line and final line. They would push up, and they would be the ones holding this down. All the while, your Equites are going to be hitting their flanks and their rear, as well as the recovered Hastati and Principes will find units. Will probably start chasing after routing units, making sure they don't come back, and as well as trying to also flank and find targets of opportunity. And that's how the Romans fought in Roman warfare. So, but the whole point of the Roman warfare is much like a phalanx, is to hold a line to keep enemies engaged while the horses would come in and the flanks. I wish you could see my cursor because I'm making cursor movements to show where they would come. But I don't have my cursor being shown, so you don't see this. But they would come in from the flanks. You can pretty much imagine what I'm talking about. So let's start the battle here. Get our general speech.
Men, if any of you doubt that our enemies need killing,
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
the Carthaginians throw their own children into fires. What kind of people do that? What kind of people are proud of that? Give them death!
Alright, and our line is good. Let's take a look at some of the art here. Let's see how these guys look.
To a man.
Here are Triarii. They're looking pretty mean. Heavily armored. These are the oldest of, these are like the most veteran of Roman soldiers. Mostly higher wealth. They're made up of the equestrian class. A few patrician classes are in here, but generally the patricians were generals or senators. But these are your most veteran and generally wealthier and heavily equipped soldiers, especially pre-Marian reforms. Then you have your Principes. Your Principes are also decently armored. They're almost as close to legionnaires you're going to get pre-Marian reform. But these guys basically made the backbone of the legionaries when the Marian reforms happened. But these guys are also a little bit more wealthier than the Hastati. They came from more merchant class families, and that's why they were able to afford much better equipment. As the first Roman legions were always built up from volunteer troops before it was a professional army. Of course, you have your Hastati and your Velites. But let's move on. Let's start moving. We're actually going to move the whole mass as one group. If I can get them all to select.
General!
There we go. We're going to move right up in there.
Quickly now! Ride out!
And off we go. I'm going to set these things on fire. Because that does... It's not as accurate, but they hurt morale. And fire, and anything on fire is great, especially against elephants. Because when you're dealing with elephants, and maybe if I'm lucky, I want to try to get...
At speed!
I want to try to get a...
On me! Missile infantry at
I want to fan out, because I don't want them to smash into my Velites and rout them. So I'm going to fan them out.
Hastati! Understood! Melee troops awaiting orders. Hastati! Orders understood!
I'm gonna decrease the ranks there. Hopefully that'll yeah, see they're fanning out. They're a little thin, and I'm worried about the elephants. But should be okay. Everyone else is gonna come from sea, so it's gonna take them a while to beach up. Hopefully we'll get these elephants destroyed before they get here. Most of their troops, if I remember correctly looking at the screen, are missile troops. Yes, most of their troops are missile troops, so we're going to be using our Equites a lot to run those guys down. We'll probably use the Testudo to keep ourselves from getting pegged by them. And they don't have any missile troops here, so this is going to pretty much be a locked melee fight. And look, they have a little victory point that we can take. We can probably take that victory point before their ships get here. That would be pretty sweet. Alright, let's get in. The only thing I don't like is that they don't follow a line. They don't move. They try to move in formation, but horses are obviously faster than people on foot, so so they don't try to pace it with each other, which is kind of a bummer. Let's see. Oops. This guy's a little too far out. Oops, not there. Right there. Let's get him caught up.
Ready and waiting.
Right there.
Quick march!
Let's get him caught up.
In the name of Rome! Attack! Missile infantry ready! Velites! Proud Romans all!
Oh, let's hope we can get them hit.
Velites! Brave Romans to a man!
Run back.
Missiles awaiting targets! Velites! Now! Ready! Quick! Reload! Orders! Reload!
Alright, this is working. They're chasing this unit. Up, now, okay, back.
Romans! Ready for duty!
That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna chase this unit now. So these guys can turn and fire.
By your
The
command!
men are wavering.
Yeah, see? Bam! These elephants are no longer a problem. I think I've got them. See, now they're chasing after this unit. So I'm gonna run back, and we're gonna get this guy in there. Oh yeah.
Double time!
Perfectly executed tactic. These elephants didn't stand a chance against me. Alright. Now we can go back into a traditional Roman line, and we can continue our march. That makes me happy. We took care of the hardest problem of the game that I was worried about, just the elephants. Pretty much this is going to be a cakewalk now. I think all my viewers can be pretty proud of that well executed tactic. Let's move our line forward. And most of these are all javelin men, so I'm already going to take my equites, my general. We're going to go ahead and march over here and take them out.
Advance!
Yeah, let's get in there, equites. The equites definitely all come from the merchants, the merchant guilds of
Our
Rome.
general is under attack.
Get in there.
Velites!
Get in there.
Your orders!
Get in there.
Missile
Get in there.
infantry!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They're running towards us. Back.
Sons of Mars!
Go.
Melee
Go.
troops! Principes! At the double!
I don't know why you're still engaged. Go. Run back. Run back. Alright, not that far back.
Commander! Orders!
More javelin men. Take them out.
Velites! Fire! Commander! Ordnance! Ready and waiting! Take aim! Triarii!
I don't know when they started saying Triarii. That's not right. It's Triarii. That's kind of how that works. That's how the plural works in the Latin. So I don't know when that started happening.
Astarte! Attack your orders!
Alright, we're dealing with the javelin men. They're getting heated up here, the hoplites.
Proud Romans all! Astarte! Mars aid us!
They're shattered. So I'm gonna move in here. Now I'm gonna take that. They're gonna come in and they're gonna hit them from behind. Let's watch and see my cavalry charge from behind. Come on, get in there. Yeah, look at how cinematic this is, huh? It's a beautiful day, actually. They did take the red out of the sky, so I haven't seen any red skies lately. But here they come. We're coming in. Get those guys. Yeah! You didn't see the Roman Legion coming, did you? Ah. Well, they haven't really patched up the running them down. That's coming in a third patch where it's gonna be easier to run them down. So I think we're just gonna end the battle here. That was a pretty good battle, all in all. Especially against those elephants. That made me happy because, as you've seen, one elephant has destroyed my Roman lines before, but I think we definitely gave them a run for their money this time. And Carthaginians' elephants' days are over. I annihilated that entire unit. All right, pretty decisive. Only 93. But that was basically that was a typical Roman formation of a fully forced Roman legion. So, and I don't mean fully forced by every man that it could possibly have. Like we can put a 20 stack army, but I mean fully forced as in it has the perfect balance of the troops that would be in a normal legion: Principes, Hastati, Triarii, and Equites. So,
Yeah!
I'm gonna go ahead and get us some slaves.
Your next command? That is impossible. We hunger for battle.
We're going to increase our tradition here. Accomplish skirmishers. Deal with some more elephants. And we're off to Lillybaem.
None will escape.
Except I guess he can't move anymore.
At your laying
I guess he's done.
siege to the settlement.
So now
Ready
Legio
for
1
battle.
is going to go ahead and finish off the Lions of Ten.
Kill them all!
Ooh, they got one hell of an army there. We might actually lose this legion, but we're going to try our best. See, this is the desperation I'm talking about. I don't want that unit to be able to come and reinforce Lillybaem or attack us from behind. So it would be a really good idea to take them while they come onto the beach. So, and we get to destroy this army in the process. But even if we lose Legio 1, which I doubt we'll lose the whole thing, but even if we do, we'll be able to take a big chunk out of them, and that'll help our Carthage Legion move into Carthage, or Carthago Legion. So, let's hope for the best here and see what we can do. Now we can deal with these guys pretty quickly and then set up a decent formation to deal with the guys coming from the ocean. So we're gonna do the best. We're gonna hurry up and run in, and we're gonna take out these 3 troops, and then we're going to set up. And so the first part of the battle is gonna be pretty fast paced before we set up a formation that will deal with the Carthaginians there. I could take the victory point and win the battle. I guess I could do that, but I mean my whole point was to destroy that. But I do want to deal with the Carthaginians in the ocean. So we can.
General! As I see it, and as the omens confirm,
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Not gonna run. We're just gonna go straight in. Well, no, we're not gonna have them on fire. No elephants to deal with. We just want we want pure accuracy. We want kills. We don't want to. We want kills so that we can, and then we'll lock them in and we'll start hitting them from behind with our general. We don't have a lot of Equites to do a hammer and anvil, but we do have our general. He's a force on the battlefield. So, and it looks like we got some bad guys over there. All right, come on, let's march. I don't want to run them because I don't want them tired out, just in case I do get caught in a huge skirmish. Because if they're already tired, then the battle's already over.
Levies!
Look at our levies. They did not think they were leaving home today, I bet. They're like, man, all I have on is my robe. I didn't even get to put my armor on. And all they give me is this stick. There you go, that's your traditional pila, Roman pila. Much different than a javelin. Those tips there are designed to bend, so they could not be thrown back. You can see their traditional gladius as well. They actually got some pretty ornate gladii, considering that they're just, you know, regular people. But whatever. Let's see what the Hastati have. They have the same kind of gladii as theirs. Oh, they're holding theirs. I guess that's about what they all look like. Yeah, looks pretty traditional. Bronze hilt, iron sword, iron blade.
Orders gives us strength.
Let's speed it up a little bit. We got shit to do. We have a Carthage to destroy. They're not going as far as I want them to. I want them all the way into the thick of it. All the way in there. We're gonna stop right there. stop right there, because that's about the range of the village.
Raiders, move out! Sons of Mars!
Speed up again. Come on, guys. Not that fast, is it? Yeah, I remember speeding up was a lot faster in Shogun 2. Might also because I have the graphics up really high. I don't know, maybe. My computer doesn't even make a noise when I play this game, so it can't be my computer, so... Hey, it's just... That's how they speed it up in this game. I guess the game is a lot more fast-paced anyways, so... Maybe it's just not much of a difference for that reason. But, okay, let's get back into it.
General!
Yeah. Now, the Equites didn't use Gladii. They used a different sword. It was a bit longer because they'd be fighting from horseback, of course. I can't remember the name of the weapon, but it's a bit curved, and it's because so as to cleanly slice when you're riding by, and it's much longer sword. But I'll find out the name of the weapon, and I'll let you guys know at a later time. But they don't use Gladii on horseback traditionally. I think eventually they do start to move towards Gladii, but in the beginning they didn't. All right, halt. You're close enough. Halt.
Halt now! Jupiter gives us strength! Release! Halt, men! Stop!
Start throwing in there. Yeah, look at that. See, much more accurate. We might not even get a chance to bring our drone. Throw those spears. Oh, not you guys. Not even in.
Sons
You
of
guys.
Mars!
Yeah, they're just getting cut to pieces. I don't know where they're getting the other peelers from. Yeah, look, I just pulled one right out of nowhere, out of thin air. I love that. Oh, they're done. Alright, that's the rest of our army. They didn't stand a chance. Cut them down. Okay, so at this point I could literally...
General!
I don't know how you dismount. Yeah, I guess so, okay. I could literally take my general here and take over this left. And end the battle. I mean, the Carthaginians... Oh, I guess there's an army coming. I guess we can deal with them. Well, alright. You take the flag here. Look at that, I don't even have to get off the horse. But I'll do it anyways.
Men, dismount!
Okay, phone call. We'll send it to voicemail. Taking flag, taking flag. Alright, mount up.
Mount up!
Our enemy have lost a victory point.
Are these all javelin men? We can take them all out right now. Let's go.
Victory for Rome!
Get on the horses, go.
Advance!
Take out all these javelin men. Go, 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 fast, fast, fast. Oh, send
Our
them.
general is under attack.
Glory to Rome!
Alright, that was fun. And we won the war. What's this? More javelin men. Oh, it's over. Oh, whatever. More javelin men.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Yeah. not killing them anymore. Just kind of riding with them now. But alright. So that was that battle. I could have sworn I killed more. Well, I guess they ran away, but they did run away. So that's true. All right. I'm gonna put you guys down for a second so I can see what this message is about. Alright, that was a university. I'm always looking for educational opportunities. But, so I am, let's see, I destroyed 2 of their javelin men and weakened the rest of them. I took care of these guys, and they only got 1 left. We're gonna kill you.
Waiting for more orders.
And now our legion is a lot stronger. Or, well, at least better tradition. So hopefully,
Ready for...
these guys will definitely be our vanguard against Carthage. I know they're going to beach up, so we're going to get another tradition here. That's only good if we have the actual fortification stance. Can I do that? Oh, I can do a fortification stance. So I think I'll do that. Well, yeah. Let's see. 3 weapon damage inflicted by all melee and 3 weapon damage inflicted by all missile units. I like that one. And then let's get us some. This is our mercenary screen. You take mercenaries from the region you're in. So here we have some Italian mercenaries, mostly hoplites, because Sicily is more traditional that way. But if we go into Carthage, we can get elephants, and if we go to Sarmatia, we can get Sarmatian knights, like the ones from that King Arthur movie. That was alright, pretty decent. But so yeah, you can get Sarmatian knights, and you can get some pretty cool units all over Europe, regardless of what faction you are, just through the mercenary screen. Just because I'm worried about Carthage attacking that unit, I'm going to take a couple citizen cavalry. These are Greek, by the way, Spartan. So I'm going to take some Spartans, and I'm going to take some, well, not actually Spartans, but that's the mercenary cavalry, or citizen cavalry are from the Spartan faction. So, and then I'm going to take, and I think that's good. I just want some horses to kind of help with the hammer and anvil and deal with some of their troops. We have a pretty good formation, so that's good enough right now. Higher. And that should help us out. And then, can we move?
We hunger for battle.
Oh, and we can still put it in the fortification. So we're gonna fortify.
You there! Get to work!
Alright. Alright. We are ready to end the turn, take Lillybaem, and then move on to Carthage.
I am a favored son of Mars.
Oh, someone, yeah, oh, you heard that? Our veteran is training our troops every turn, so every turn our troops are gaining experience and leveling up. As well as our veteran is leveling up because every time he's using a special action, he gets experience. So that's pretty cool, so it's a persistent growth there. Also, I have enough money to get a dignitary, so I'm going to get a foreign dignitary here on this next turn and show you how to raise taxes in a province to help alleviate the war cost. Seems are abandoning Lillybaem. They know that I'm superior and that I'm going to be really hard to fight off, so they're just going to abandon the province. And they're probably going to reinforce Carthago. As you can see, reinforcing Carthago. So, let's see. Your forces found a concealed foreign agent. These aren't our agents, though. These agents are allies, so I'm not worried about them. But this one is not, and I'm going to take him out.
The skills are yours.
There's no agent videos anymore, which is kind of a bummer. Let's make sure I get the right agent.
What do you wish of me?
There's no agent videos anymore, which I think is kind of a bummer, but I think that's just not really good enough. Let's go ahead and send our champion over there. Our champion can do the same thing, but they're still effective. You see, our champion is way more effective at dealing with problems.
The wolf is at the door.
Enemy wounded.
All I do for Rome.
And that's about it. Alright.
Ready
So we're gonna go home and we're gonna take it. We're gonna go ahead and take a little bit.
None will escape.
I'm just gonna auto-resolve this fight. We've already seen enough city sieges.
Ready for further orders.
It's back, and our general is now stronger, which is good because the more he has, the better we are at dealing with Carthage. So hopefully we need to hurry up and get him over there before he dies. How old is our general?
We hunger for battle.
General. He's 40, so we better hurry up and get him over to Carthage before he dies.
Orders?
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and dock over here. And we're gonna recruit some troops,
Easy
some ships.
into port. Ready for orders.
Gonna take some fireboats. 3 fireboats. That'll beef up our ships, and we'll be able to move some of these guys out of the way. Do I have my war target still? I'm gonna set a war target. This one should suffice. It's too small. Let's go for this guy. Alright. And then maybe I can deal with Sparta a little bit.
I am here to listen if you speak honestly. Truth will be your sharpest weapon.
We'll just grease the wheels a little bit. Maybe we can get them to like us a little bit more. How much money? Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's good enough, because I want to be able to afford the, Let's see how much... Well, we're getting better. We're getting better. We want to get a treaty with them, because the treaty will give us plus 20. But they're tough. They're tough to work with. Let's go to Rome here. Oh, here's our dignitary.
What do you wish
I
of
guess I
me?
did this already. Alright, so we're going to do taxes. So as you can see, it
shall
already increased our...
Rome's people are well served.
So what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade some buildings. Oh, we're going to repair this. Because we want food. So we're repairing that. That costs a little bit of money. And then... Let's see, it looks like they already converted everything. I want to see if I can get something industrial to create wealth. Not this turn. I can get a forum. I'm gonna go with the suburbia on the next turn. Hopefully I don't get slums over there. My bad. Alright. See where can you move?
Ready for battle.
Let's go ahead and end the turn real quick. Oh, oops, I'm sorry. Let's get our research. And go into construction here. And there's apparently a character I can increase.
I am Rome's
Oh, yeah, you.
champion.
Forgot about you. Let's increase your chances at killing people. Oh, I sent a Carthaginian spy against me. Bastards. And he leveled up. See if Syracuse confirms our target and attacks it. I don't know if we've passed our turn yet. It's moving pretty quickly now. Libya. Those Libyans, man, they are pretty tough. They are pretty tough. But they're no match for us. I don't know. Oh, phew, I was scared for a second. I guess someone assassinated my guy, so that's a shame. Let's see. No, but we have a decent general right here. Yeah, 4 and 4. That's good. We'll take him. And ally confirms war target. We got new ships. Our household expands. Household expands. Household expands. Wounded. Oh, okay. So our guy is just wounded. And there's that guy. We're gonna deal with him too.
Salve.
Take care of him.
How can I help?
Let's see here. I have
Their
no
life
chance of dealing with this
is
guy.
mine.
And I wounded him too. Alright,
It's
spy,
just a
foreign
fresh
agent.
wound.
Oh, I got wounded. Bummer. That is a damn good spy. Alright, well we're gonna hurry up and deal with some of
It
these
is an
fleets, these
honor
ships
to
around
serve
here.
Rome.
See what we can do. Who's this? I don't know, that's a pretty strong fleet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this guy.
Ready for battle.
I'm gonna go ahead and get onto the ocean here. And maybe I'll be able to make it to land. If I'm lucky. Actually, see if I can't get this
Your
fleet
orders?
here.
We must rest a while. The waves still beckon. Commander. Destination reached. It is an honor to serve Rome. Get the blockade set up!
Alright, we're gonna go right in there. And we're gonna take this
At your
guy
command.
off of fortifications to normal stance. We're gonna move him into Lillybaem to
Call this a
defend.
garrison.
Bam. Alright, hopefully we'll be able to... Now, next turn, we should be able to hit Carthage. So let's hope. Alright. It seems they're consolidating in Carthage. See, they're reinforcing. They know I'm coming. So they're reinforcing Carthage. Libya is here, kind of defending the seas. Our war target moved somewhere, so I don't know if Syracuse is still going. Hopefully Syracuse doesn't blockade Carthage to get to that war target. That's gonna be distressing, because I kind of want Carthage. I don't want to give it to Syracuse. These bastards. Here's another thing. Let's see the diplomacy. I can't tell them to go away. I can't tell them to stop. So, anyways. Alright, our wounded guy is back.
Excellent news, I think. Your agent now has a higher rank.
Our agent over in Rome, who's been collecting taxes like a crazy person,
How can I serve Rome?
can now be updated. Give him 5% chance in all actions. Yep, see slums. Oh, I forgot about Brundism. Now I got bummed. But at least you learn, see? So now there's slums here, so now I have to take the time to destroy the slums, and that costs money. And, how's Armenium doing? Did we repair those buildings? We did, okay. So we have slums, and we're gonna deal with them next turn. And then, let's go ahead and get into
Fleet reporting.
Carthage.
None shall pass.
We're gonna do an attack from land, that was the original plan. We're going to do ladders. One hell of a battle. Do ladders. Maintain siege.
We take this settlement for Rome.
And then we're going to siege it here.
Forming a
Blockade.
blockade. None shall pass.
Alright, and that is part 7 of Roma and Victus, the Rise of Rome. As you can see, we took back Lillybaem. You got to see some of my new tactics of a full force legion. Hopefully we'll get to see the same kind of zeal when they enter Carthage. Next part 8, will be the Siege of Carthage, and then we'll head into Thapsus. We're going to take Carthage in part 8 and head into Thapsus, and we might, depending on what happens, we might raise another legion, and then move this legion back into Rome to bulk it up, turn it into a real legion, and we might raise another one, and we'll start our African campaign. So join us next time. Please subscribe and leave me a comment or feedback on any features that you'd like to see. Any features that you did see but I haven't explained in depth, just let me know and I'll talk about them. So yeah, subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you for watching, and come back for part 8.